From Pacifica Radio, KPFA in Berkeley, KPFK in Los Angeles, this is the Evening News with Gabriela Castellan. I'm Mark Miracle. In Guatemala, there's a struggle for political power in a dispute between the country's justice ministry and one of its former prosecutors. Pacifica's David Landau has the story.
More conflict erupts in Guatemala, this time between a bishop and a lawyer. The bishop, a well-known prelate who plays in politics, the lawyer, a former Justice Ministry prosecutor who 2 years ago, in a dispute first reported on KPFA, incurred the wrath of Attorney General Claudia Paz for requesting arrest warrants against a militia calling itself a human rights group. In each incident, a group espousing human rights took control of property belonging to a hydroelectric company and held employees captive. In this incident, which occurred near the town of San Pablo in western Guatemala, a large group of protesters cornered staff members of the company Hidrosala and did not let them go until they had signed a statement against the project. Several company people said they had been beaten. They later filed suits against their alleged attackers. Among the attackers, reportedly, were candidates for local office. Effectively, the protest shut down the project. The bishop, Monsignor Alvaro Ramazzini, recently spoke to KPFA. He said he shared opposition to such hydroelectric projects.
I know I have shown, and I intend to keep showing, a preference on behalf of poor people. In this case, the poor people are members of indigenous communities who have received almost nothing from the state in order to meet their most basic needs. So here comes a company that wants to start a project. We see the company coming in, and it seems to me the communities feel as if they are being invaded.
For ex-prosecutor Gilda Aguilar, the victims are local people who want hydroelectric power, and also the company staff. Aguilar was hired by Hidrosala to pursue the case against the protesters. She found evidence linking the bishop to the protest and requested the Justice Ministry to summon the bishop to public testimony. Several weeks ago, the ministry issued the summons. Aguilar, later speaking to KPFA, recounted that she then got a phone call from the bishop himself. According to Aguilar, the bishop told her she was in trouble because news of the summons had spread to social media, and he accused her of putting it there.
I answered him, please don't call me a suspect, because I'm not a criminal. The situation simply called for him to give testimony like any other person. He told me I was in trouble. He said he was bringing a lawsuit against whoever had given this information to the social media, and I was the primary suspect. I felt this is an attempt to restrain me in the exercise of my profession. I am an attorney, and in this case, I'm helping people who have been victimized.
In response, Aguilar filed a complaint against the bishop under Guatemala's national law against violence to women. The bishop, for his part, acknowledged he had phoned Aguilar, but vigorously denied having threatened her.
All I did was to ask her what she had done with that information, because it was already circulating on social media. In our talk, she did say she felt me threatening her, but I told her no, I was not threatening her. Indeed, I wouldn't threaten someone I don't even know. I went so far as to ask for forgiveness if she felt that way, but not for a moment was it my intention. I am a human being. I respect other human beings. Besides, I'm a Christian and a bishop, and I am not going to insult anybody, much less threaten.
As of now, there is no summons in force against the bishop. It was canceled by the new Attorney General, Telma Aldana. The Justice Ministry did not respond to KPFA's question as to why Attorney General Aldana had taken that action. Legal experts said they could see no justification for it. Gilda Aguilar.
I feel the Attorney General is giving in to undue influence, but not by ignorance. And if it were by ignorance, it would be a shame, because no one can claim ignorance before the law, especially an Attorney General. It's clear that this Attorney General, like the previous one, is giving shelter to groups that claim to be working for human rights. But those groups are actually responsible for the atmosphere of conflict in Guatemala today.
That is Attorney Gilda Aguilar speaking to KPFA from Guatemala. For KPFA News, this is David Landau.